Good morning, Ray. How are you? I hope you had a good night's sleep and that you are ready to work on your IEP goals. It is Thursday today, so we will work on IEP goals 1 and 2. I miss you, Ray. I hope you are excited, just as excited as we are to have you back. Hopefully you are doing really good. We all miss you and we hope you are well. So let's begin working on the IEPs. So goal number 1, we will it says by the end of the 18 instructional weeks, given visual, verbal, and model prompts, Reynaldo will read/listen to a sentence describing an action or verb and change the sentence in written form to state the verb's past tense at the rate of 70% accuracy. So we're going to be talking about past tense verbs, Ray. So present tense verbs tell us what is happening now. So here, if you see her, what is she doing right now? She's smiling or she's driving. These are things that are happening right now. Past tense verbs tell us what already happened, whether it happened yesterday or on Monday or last week. All of this happened before. So here you can see like looked. So she looked at a parrot on Monday. Or waved. She waved at me in the morning. Or smiled. She smiled at me from the bus yesterday. So these are things that have already happened. So we will be changing present verbs, things that are happening right now, and we're going to be changing them to past, things that already happened, whether it happened yesterday or last month or last week. Here's another anchor chart, and here it says a past tense verbs tells about an action that happened in the past. So here it says most past tense verbs are formed by adding the ed ending to a verb. So sometimes just by adding ed, we change the verb to the past. For example, walk, walked, play, played, look, looked. Just by adding ed, we already made it in the past. However, there are some past tense verbs that are irregular and the verb changes. So there's going to be some words that they change completely. We cannot add ed. Like some examples are give. We would change it to gave. Or run. We would change it to ran. Or have. We would change it to had. It's something we had. We might have it right now. We had it yesterday. And then there are some verbs that no matter whether it's past or present, they don't change. They stay the same. Like hit, it will say hit. Whether you say, I will hit the beanbag today. Yesterday I hit the basketball to the wall. Or, no, that didn't make any sense. I'm so sorry, Ray. Yesterday I hit the beanbag as well. Those are things that they just don't change, whether you're talking about the present or you're talking about the past. Same thing with put. Today I will put the breakfast in the refrigerator. Yesterday I put the breakfast in the refrigerator. It does not change. There are going to be some words, very few, not all of them, that they will stay the same no matter if we're talking about it in present day or in the past. So now let's continue. Goal number 1, worksheet. So we're going to start working on the worksheet. So if you can please get your goal number 1 worksheet. It starts with today is cold outside. So I will be doing 2 with you, Ray, and then the rest you will work on your own. So let's start off with number 1. It says, today is cold outside. How could we put it for yesterday if we were talking in the past? I'll give you a minute to think. Okay, so if it's today is cold outside, we'd put yesterday was cold outside. So we would put yesterday was, because it happened already. Cold outside. Period. Now question number 2. Today I will eat breakfast. So how will we write it in the past? Think about it. So we're going to put yesterday I ate breakfast. Period. Okay, and the next one is today has been a stressful day. So how would you write it in yesterday? The next one is today I will talk to my teacher. Yesterday I, and then last, today I will complete my work. So then we will change 3, 4, and 5 to present tense. I mean to past tense, right? And once you are done, you take a picture and you submit it. So this is for goal number 1. You can pause if you're gonna, so you can finish off the work. Once you are done, press play again so we can go over IEP goal number 2. Okay, now Ray, we're going to go over goal number 2. And for goal number 2, it says, by the end of the 18 instructional weeks, when given visual, verbal, and model prompts, Reynaldo will verbally or written form back upon reference with evidence from the text at the rate of 70% accuracy. Okay, right, so we're going to be talking about inferences from whether they're text or sentences or by a story. So inferences, Ray, it says, inferences are using clues to figuring out what the author's not saying. So in many cases, whether it's in a picture or in a story or a sentence, there are things that the author does not tell us. However, we, out of our heads, we think about clues and we make our own inference. We think, oh, okay, so they said the dog was barking outside. So you can make the inference saying like, oh, there was people walking outside, which made the dog bark. Even though that's not what the author said, those are just inferences you make out of what you read. So it says clues from the book plus things we already know are what make inferences. And when we make inferences, we usually say I think, because you're not sure, because it's not written, but you think that because of this happened, I think this happened. Or you can also say I predict. You can also maybe say my guess is, or maybe. It's not something you are for sure, but it's something you think. It's inferences that you are making. Other inferences, thinking stems. So like I said, you usually, when you are making inferences, you start off your sentences with my guess is, or you can start off with maybe, perhaps, it could be that, this could mean, I predict, I infer, or I can conclude that. These are just some examples of how you can start your sentence when you are making inferences. So now we will start with goal number 2 worksheet, Ray. And it starts with number 1 says, the title is Elementary Inference Worksheets, and number 1 says the man loves to garden outside. So now here, Ray, we are talking about inferences. So here it says, an inference is a conclusion reached on the basis of evidence and reasoning. It is an educated guess based on observations and background knowledge. So it's a guess. You're not for sure. It's not something we know, it's something we think. Direction says, read each given sentence below and make an inference about it. Example A. The dog loves to bite the rug. So your inference would be, the family has trouble keeping the dog from biting the rug. Or, so for question number 1, it says, the man loves to garden outside. So what can we write here? What is something we can maybe, that we think? The man loves to garden outside, so maybe we can put, I think the man plants his own vegetables. So vegetables, okay, here I made an error. Outside in his garden. So write this down. Now number 2, right? It says the student always listens to her teacher. So to inference, I would put I predict the student has good grades. Write it down. Now, Ray, you will work on questions 3, 4, and 5 on your own. If you have any questions, just give me a call or let me know. I am here to help. Once you're done, take a picture and send it to me. Bye! Hope you have a good day.